Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision-making specialist. And today is April 26th, day in home 41. Yep, 41 days. Talk about feeling like that you've done the impossible. And I'm an introvert, so staying inside and going outside and being to myself is much easier than it is for some of my friends. They're extroverts, and they are really longing for a bunch of people around, bunch of talk. Somebody over there and somebody over there. Maybe a party. Maybe just a group for coffee, sitting almost shoulder to shoulder. Because you know what? That is how they feel good. They are nourished. They're all very independent people. That's not the deal. The deal is that they're wired to want more with people and to interact and to exchange and talk and laugh and have fun. Now, we introverts, we like to have fun. We like to talk. It's just that our preference is more one-to-one. It's not that we dislike people. It's just the energy of having so many people around is actually draining to us. And we get overwhelmed more easily. Doesn't mean that we're wimpy, doesn't mean we're antisocial, it doesn't mean that we're shy. It just means that we like that internal quiet time to do our processing. So it's been interesting watching my different groups of people in terms of the extrovert and the introvert. And I wonder, which are you? Do you feel totally energized and just fully, richly alive when you're out with a crowd of people and you're talking and mingling and networking? Or do you kind of exhale and feel really comfortable when the party's over and you're finally at home with your own thoughts and your own self? Check it out. Just something to kind of pay attention to that's fun. You may already know. If you don't, notice where and how you get your energy. More one-to-one or in a large group where you just soak it in. And one of my friends sent a text, and on the text was somebody had put a picture and then the words, and the words said, "To every introvert, please be kind, extra special to your extrovert, because they don't know how to do this part and you've been practicing all your life." So if you have an extrovert and you're an extrovert or you're an introvert, reach out. Probably if you're an extrovert, you're already reaching out. You don't even need me to tell you. And if you're an introvert, give a call to your extrovert. Ask them how they're doing. Remind them that you're here. All right, just a little part of today's video. The other part is, this morning I was thinking, we're talking about how to be here now and what we want to put in our toolbox and keep in our toolbox when we go out there, and what we want to leave here because it doesn't serve us well anymore. And I was just imagining all the terrific mentors and teachers and people along my way that have told me things. And some of them, I just say thank you and walk on. The others, and those are the ones I want to tell you about, are the treasures. In my toolbox, there's just a very special little compartment, and it is what I really want to remember, not only every day to live with and be, especially for when the times are difficult or I start to doubt a little bit or start to wonder. And even though I've been doing this for, 4 decades now, no, 40 years, I want you to know that I'm not that old. I want you to know that I still have those times, and I've talked with you a few of them, of just waking up and as solidly as my elbow is on the table, it slips off and I have, oh gosh, and put it back on and go forward. For those times especially, and I have them. Do you have them? I'm guessing that we all have them. And when we do, if you have a little special compartment in your toolbox that says, for emergency, for confidence, for a sense of direction, a reminder of who you are, you can tuck these kinds of advice and comments, and I call it profound knowledge, tuck it in that part of it, and then you are fully ready to go out there because you have your regular daily tools, you have your extra special tools, and you have your always go-to tools if there's a little gap in your confidence or doubt in your competency. Just dip it up. Oh, now I remember, and it's there. Mine that I thought of this morning was just a special young man in my life, and his mother was dying of cancer, and it had been a very long process for her. And even though she was kept as comfortable as possible, it was not easy for anyone involved. And I remember he was staying at our house, and I remember one evening that he came, and it was probably 1:30 in the morning, and he was just absolutely drained, just no 3 dimensions to him at all. Is just flattened. And I looked and I said, how can I help you? How can I let you know that I care? And I will never forget the look on his face when he said, Amna, I just need you to be you. That's what I need, is I need you to be you. And I treasure that, and I remember it, and I will never, ever forget it. And that's tucked in that little compartment. If I get nervous or I'm going out to talk or doing something that I haven't done before, and I'm feeling a little, I don't know about this feeling, or wondering, are they going to like me? Am I going to make a fool of myself? Am I going to make a mistake? Am I going to get in the middle of it and just stare because I can't remember what I wanted to say? Or am I going to walk up the steps and I'm going to trip? I cannot tell you all the what ifs that can go through. I don't have to. You have your own what ifs. Just absolutely, we all have our what ifs, every one of us. And when those what ifs come to me, and I think, I don't know how to do this, I go in that little side compartment and I pick out that little card of reminder. And I hear his voice, Amna, you just have to be you. And I think, oh, I can do that. If they just want me to be me, I can do that. And so I do it because I've been practicing being me, giving myself permission to be me in the center of my circle, bold and confident my whole life. Every day I practice, every day I try to get better. So what is that one piece of information? I know you've gotten a lot of advice and a lot of insights and a lot of aha moments. If you exhale and go down your internal ladder to the one that was so profound that your life is never the same. It's like a door opened and you walk through it. What is that message? Which one? Is it from a book that you read? Maybe it's from a movie, a line that somebody said. Maybe it was a song. Maybe it was something that somebody said along the way, one of your teachers, or a talk that somebody gave, or something that came from your mom or dad or your family. Or maybe something that you thought of yourself and you thought, wow, that's really good. And just take some time, more than an eyelash today, if you will, and just let your mind wander, just some cloud time. And think about what message has helped you when your elbow slipped off the table, or when you got a little shaky in your sense of direction. What renewed you to get in your circle, be more boldly yourself, and move on? And if you want, I would love very much for you to make a comment and let me know. I really like to know what helps people move forward and grow and change and be themselves. It's different for all of us. So if you would, let me know. And I would very much like you to press that subscribe button if you're willing. And meanwhile, remember that every time you remember one of those messages that helps you move forward, not only day to day, most of all when it feels like a day that you can't move forward, or you're afraid to move forward, or there's just something just dragging you down or keeping you tied to where you are. Those messages, I am going to offer that you be sure that you have a collection of those in that compartment so that that story you write is stronger and deeper and better than you ever imagined, because you have that message for just in case, for one of those days. And then we know what happens. You take that story and it's so wonderful, and that message is so great that you want to share it. And that story is another page in your legacy of who you are, who you want to be, and where you're going with it, because we know that one of these days you're going to take that whole lovely bundle and go out there, and people will need you, because there are going to be people out there that are pretty shaky and they have no idea where their elbow is. And it's not that you have to rescue them, it's just that they will need people that have their heads on, that are together, that know the how to get from one step to another. And you are that person. Thanks. Come back tomorrow. I will be here and I will be looking for you. I'm glad you're here. Take care. Keep safe. Bye.